Welcome to Platinum Cuisines. We're located on the North Mountain, Freeport.
Tune in to Unique Mecca Audio.
Okay, Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm here. That was our little sponsors. We talking. I had some food over there. I liked it that much. I decided to do a joint. But this one gonna be about earthquakes. You know what I mean? This is an earthquake. I was in California when they had the earthquake. I mean, I was in prison for everything. Mind you, almost 3 decades, man. I mean, it was crazy. We all out in the yard, and everybody minding their business, chilling. Nobody bothering nothing. You know what I mean? So we doing our little burpees. So we doing our burpees. Everybody getting their little workout on, and getting their thing on. And you got the groups and the pockets of people. You got the Border Brothers over here. You got the Serenos over here. You got the GDs over there. You got the Dirty South over here. You got the Midwest Detroit car up over there. And you got the New York car over here and the DC car over there. So now we all out there, and it was like a black dude, walked down on the soccer field, where the Serenos be at. You know what I mean? So this is Sereno's yard. So a black dude come walking down there, and the Serenos working out, and dudes stop, and they start laughing. They got their wine with them. They drinking their wine. They being loud. They drawing attention to the area. That the Serenos, they over there doing their little thing. Got their little hustle going on, whatever they got, and you got the tower watching everything. So dude is like bringing attention to him. That's like you got a spot on the street, and a dude pull up to come cop. And instead, he hanging out in front of the spot. He loud, he breaking bottles, and he carrying on. That's how the black dude was over there. So the Serenos wasn't having it, so they group up. Now, when they group up, everybody looking, because we see the tension and we see what's going on. But dudes drunk, they ain't paying it no mind. They got some of their homies all the way at the baseball field. They don't know what's going on, because these dudes just taking a lap. But instead of just keep lapping, they decide to stop, and laugh and carry on and act ignorant. You know what I mean? So, Serenos ain't having it because they keep their yard clean, So they sitting there, and as dude is carrying on, everything just kind of like break out crazy. And next thing you know, the deuces go off. You know what I mean? And here comes the riot gear. That's how the police come out in the riot gear. You know what I mean? The police come out in the riot gear, and it ain't nothing nice when they come out in that riot gear, man. Ain't nothing nice when they come out in that riot gear. So they come out the riot gear, and because they seen the tension. You know what I mean? Everybody over there is supposed to be minding their business, doing their own thing, just doing their burpees, but instead of them doing their burpees, because this is what it look like when you're doing your burpees. You're just chilling, minding your business. See how quiet it is? That's how you do your burpees. But it wasn't none of that going on. It was just too much havoc going on. The police peeked it from in the tower. So, of course, they called the riot gear. So now the riot gear come down up in there. They call them the goon squad. Those be the big dudes. If you're out west where they got the Mexican police and all that, then you got them big old swole Samoan looking dudes. Now you're on the East Coast or the Midwest where you got those country fed, big white gentlemen. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like 6'8", 6'9", and then they putting on all that clothes. You know what I mean? You see over there. It's like, I just don't understand it. But now they run us all off the yard, and they chase us in the cell. So we all get locked in the cell. And we chilling out. So while we in the cell, they bring the food. Everybody laying down. We watching TV. Dudes fishing under the door, sending the line. Rigged up to the to the dental floss. I told y'all about that with the little kite on it, saying, "Yo, I need such and such." When the police come by, slide that to him. And if dude's got some contraband he trying to do, he tell him, "Yo, hide it in this or hide it in that." And keep it moving and just slide the line. And we been doing our thing. But now I'm laying down the joint. I'm watching a little ITTV. They had some crazy ass boys up there killing up everything. Kill the whole family member. So I like to turn the lights out, cover the back window up, have it nice and dim up in the joint with it cell pitch black. But I could lay in my bed and I could see out the window. It was like this big, but I could see out the window. So now I look out the window, and I'm watching TV and everything good. Police making their rounds, dudes shooting their lines and doing their thing. So I start dozing off. As I start dozing off, you know what I mean? Next thing I know, I'm in the cell by myself, mind you. I'm on the top bunk so I can see out the door. So next thing I know, you hear sound like somebody was punching the walls. You know what I mean? But, you roll over and you figure, okay, your neighbor's fighting. So you don't even pay no mind. Dudes fighting regular. You know what I mean? So I lay back down now, again. So I jump up and I go to the door to try and listen, because usually when they be fighting, of course, dudes talk that crap. I'm gonna kill you, boop, 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 and all that. So I'm at the door, but I don't hear nothing. So I look out, and then I hear it again, but this time the floor shake a little bit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, they going at it. You know, they must be really pissed at each other because ain't nobody saying nothing. They just sitting there wrecking. So I get back in the bed, lay down, mind my business. You know what I mean? So I lay down in the cell. And while I'm laying down, next thing I know, the whole cell starts shaking and push me out the bed. You know, and I land on the floor. You know, I fell out the top bunk and land on the floor like somebody just shook the whole bed. You know what I mean? And I fell out the top bunk. You know, so now I'm laying down. I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean? So I hear everybody woo, woo, and then now the lights go off in the joint. So nobody know what's going on. So I'm thinking maybe they done dropped something, you know, a bomb on the joint or something. You know what I mean? Like maybe, you know, somebody trying to escape. Anything could be happening right about now. So I'm sitting there and I'm laying on the floor and I'm looking up, and then the ceiling start moving and it looked like it was wobbling. You know what I mean? It looked like it was wobbling, and I'm looking like, oh snap. You know, this what California like? You know what I mean? So now the police walking around real quick, they doing rounds, you hear the keys jingling, and you wonder, what's going on? What's going on? Next thing you know, they hit the deuces, a whole bunch of police, you know what I mean? Come running, but instead of running in the unit, the police that was hanging out in the unit, they run out the unit. So when the earthquake came, you know, the police ran out the unit and left us in the cell. So if the earthquake crumbled the prison, we would get smothered under the rocks in the prison. So I'm looking out my window and I see all the police from all the different units. They all outside and they looking all excited. And I still don't know it's an earthquake yet. You know what I mean? I'm just wondering what the hell is going on. But they run outside. So when they run outside and I look out the window, I see them out there, you know. I asked him, you know, my neighbor, you know, Reeves, that's his name, my man from California. Big shout out to Reeves. Y'all know where Reeves at. Tell Reeves get in touch with me. So I hollered at my man Reeves. I said, yo, Reeves, you know, him and the kid, you know, I think from Cleveland, name was Set Trip. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Set Trip, you know. I forgot what his government name is. I used to use his phone and all that. But, you know, yo, Reeves, Set Trip, what's going on? What's going on? You know what I mean? And then I hear the DC homies downstairs, you know, Lala and them, they yelling upstairs now saying, yo, it's on the news. It was an earthquake. It's on the news. That's how we knew that it was an earthquake. Because none of us from the East Coast laughed on our mind about a damn earthquake. We heard about California having earthquakes, but we ain't think we're going to be out there in no prison while they having no earthquake. So they say, yo, it's on the news. Look at the news. Look out the door. So we look out the door. Of course, my TV on ID TV. You know what I mean? I was on my downtime. But the TV under me, the DC brothers, they kept their TV on the news channel. So we watching the news and we seeing they talk about, oh, was it this on the Richter scale and that on the Richter scale? And everybody's scared to death. So we all yelling out the joint, but there's no police in the unit. So everybody yelling, yo, where the COs at? That mean correction officers. Where the COs at? Where the COs at? So while everybody asking where the CO at, you know what I mean? They said, yo, they outside, they outside. We look outside now. Normally it'd be like 4 police in each unit. So it's one unit next to the other. So it's supposed to be 8 police. But instead it's like 30 police out there. All the police from over by the rec center, even though we locked down the chapel, you know, the indoor gym, you know, the law library and the education, all of those police in the front of the unit, you know, but it's just the inmates in the cell. So we like, yo, it's an earthquake. So they ran outside to make sure they all right and we in here screwed up, you know. So this is what's going on, right? Now, this right before I got released. I'm going to tell you another one later on about, you know, when I got released. But we sitting there, and we couldn't even believe this. It was a crazy earthquake that shook the cell so much that it threw me out the bed and on the floor. I'm from New York City, man. I ain't never experienced nothing like that. You know? So all of us, we yelling out the door and we banging, kicking the door, trying to get the police to come in there, tell them, let us out the cell, let us out the cell. We ain't trying to stay stuck in there. You talking about no earthquake, the building might collapse, and they talking about this much on the Richter scale, and, you know, we watching this on the news. So we kicking the door and we, let us out, let us out. You know what I mean? And they outside, you know, smoking cigarettes. They smoking cigarettes, looking up at the sky. For what? I don't know. But we stuck in the cell. So now they come in and they make rounds, and when they make rounds, they hurry up and they go back out. So we banging on the window like something happening. So they come running in and say, what's wrong? I said, yo, was it an earthquake? And they said, yeah, it was an earthquake. So I said, all right, so what y'all doing outside? They said, oh, they told us we had to go outside because the building might crumble. I said, well, what about us? You know what I mean? Like, yo. And they like, no, we can't let you out the cells. You know, they told us to lock it down. I said, yeah, but you outside worrying about you and you got me in here. I said, oh, man. But, you know, those are the things where I tell you, man, you don't want to go to prison, man. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, it was an earthquake. Police ran outside, left us inside. Just like when we on the plane. You know, that damn airlift I told you about. You know, that diesel therapy. You know, so we on the plane. So while we on the plane, we handcuffed and shackled where we can't move. We all like this, all stuck up. You know what I mean? If you go use the bathroom, you can barely get to your genitals. You definitely can't wipe yourself. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about the plane be like 3 hours, you know, coming from Oklahoma all the way to California. You know what I mean? Or from Oklahoma to Pennsylvania. So you up there trying to use the bathroom, can't even use the bathroom. They give you a little apple and a little hard-ass frozen wheat bread and cheese and bologna in a package on the side that you could open it up. And this package so tight, I guess it was for the military, that we couldn't even open the joint with our teeth damn near. But we on the plane, and I remember one day the plane was hitting turbulence. So while the plane hitting the turbulence, we all up there like trying to brace ourselves like, oh snap. And it felt like the plane was going to go down because this was a thunderstorm we was riding through. So you know how you on a plane and a thunderstorm coming, Matthew handcuffed and shackled. And then here we go out of nowhere. Here go the COs, correction officers, you know. They run and pick up their seats and throw their vests on and they ready to jump out the plane. And we sitting there, you know, seat belted in, and we like, yo, what's up? They said, no, we in turbulence. We might have to abort the plane. You have to abort the what? Abort the what? The who? You know, they talking about they might have to abort the plane and leave us on the plane, man. And we sitting there like, oh, no. You know what I mean? There's nothing we could do because where we going to go? We handcuffed and shackled. And the joint rocking, and they all at the door like they ready to jump out the plane. And we sitting there. You can imagine what went through my mind when I'm sitting here seeing the police standing up at the door of the plane, you know what I mean? Waiting for the call to see if they should jump. And they got their parachutes on. We ain't got on no parachutes, and we over the Atlantic. We over the Atlantic, man. So if you try to travel like this, you know what I mean? I don't know if you call this first class or last class. You know what I mean? But that's a class that they ain't trying to be in. You know what I mean? But it was like just so crazy, man. It's like they put us in situations where if something happened, they worry about themselves, you know? Because like back in the day, I think it was the young George Bush, he signed a joint in the order saying that if there's a riot in the prison or, you know what I mean? Or if there's a hostage situation, you know, for them to leave the hostage. They said to leave the hostage. So that means a correction officer get kidnapped by an inmate or whatever and held hostage. They saying to, you know, count him out and just shoot the tear gas and go do what you got to do. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, no negotiation, no nothing. I mean, just picture this, man. But this is the world that I'm talking about they had me living in. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you a quick one. You know what I mean? I'm going to make this quick because I'm going to make this a little more time. We over there in Pennsylvania, and we got a white dude over there. He got this white female pen pal that he meeting. She coming to see him, and he comes up with a little, you know, reason to escape. So he come up with a plan to escape, and, you know, he faked that he was sick. They wanted to take him to the hospital. He get to the hospital. She take a gun with her. She take the gun with her to the hospital, and she put it up under the pillow before he go in the room, because, of course, they know what room he going in and all that. And she got friends that work at the hospital. It's a whole elaborate plan they had. So they get up in a joint, and, you know, he in the hospital, and he in there with another inmate. So, you know, the other inmate don't know what's going on. So when, you know, the police come in there and then they, you know, whittle down where they going home and you only got one police at night starts thing, you know. So dude pulls out the gun that his girl left on the thing and held his roommate hostage. You understand what I'm saying? So when he held his roommate hostage, he said, yo, back up or I shoot. You know what I mean? You know what they did, right? They just started shooting. They done shot the other inmate, shot the inmate that was holding the hostage. You understand what I'm saying? And then wet both of them up, but he done managed to get away. You know what I mean? He all shot up, you know what I mean? But he gets away. And the girl waiting for him downstairs in the getaway car. He get in the getaway car, And he driving him and the girl, and they plan on, going wherever. They don't know where they going, but they going. Bottom line is he free. That's how desperate we are to get free when we in there. Man done escaped. They had no plan, don't know where he was going. All he know is getting to his girl car. He gonna go drive either south or he gonna drive west. You know what I mean? Because we on the East Coast. But, so now they done shot his hostage. They ain't had nothing to do with it. They ain't even trying to negotiate. They ain't trying to do nothing. You know what I mean? Just like my man, he held, it was like they staged a hostage situation when they took over the unit. So when they took over the unit, they staged a hostage situation, and dude throws his hand around the neck, and he's telling them, back up. You know what I mean? I'll break his neck. You know what I'm saying? Now, the dude, he choking out. He down with it. He got his knife on him hidden, and he waiting to see what they gonna do. Next thing you know, they start shooting this big-ass tear gas. Shot the hostage, shot everybody. They don't play that hostage on the inside, so don't think you got no wins. So don't say I didn't tell you, man. So that's why I'm telling you, youngins, you ain't trying to go in there and be a part of this, man. This is how I had to live rocking and rolling for 30 years, man. For 30 years, 26 and a half years is how I was living, man. I talked to my man, Jimmy Fingers. I got an interview I'm working on for you. I'm going to try and catch him again tomorrow, redo it, because, you know what I mean, the audio wasn't matching the vocals or something like that. So I got my man Jimmy Fingers coming up, but that's where that's at. Make sure you cop the book of Rowan Harlem. Hit that like button at rowanharlem.com. Cop the book of Rowan Harlem at rowanharlem.com, man. All right, you know what it is. All right. So now we chilling, and I done told you about the earthquake, the plane getting ready to jump. You know what I mean? And I done told you about all that. So don't say I didn't tell you about all that, because that's what it is. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to Unique Maker Audio. Follow me at Unique Maker Audio at Instagram. I do answer my DMs. That's like I answer my comments myself. I take time to do that because you never know when somebody may need help. So I do read my DMs, so anybody could feel free to DM me. Just keep it respectable. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is, and we're about to tap out, man. All right?
Hi guys, welcome to Platinum Cuisines. We're located in Freeport on the Nautical Mile. Just wanted to introduce my partner, Amy.
Hi guys, how are you? And this is my sister-in-law, Diana, another partner. I just ask that you come support our minority-owned business. We serve Asian fusion, Caribbean cuisine, and we have a beautiful restaurant located on the Nautical Mile in Freeport, New York. And we're asking that you come check us out, and also make sure to tune in to Mecca Audio TV.